Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a subject that goes far beyond surface level motivation. We are talking about semen retention, and more importantly, how to manage and redirect the raw force of sexual energy into areas that can genuinely transform your life. Many people start this journey with determination, but soon they hit walls, urges, temptations, and restless thoughts. That is why you need practical tools, disciplines that sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and give you mastery over your emotions. In this video, we will explore fasting, meditation, cold showers, exercise, breathwork, creativity, service, discipline, and focus. Not in abstract terms, but as real practices you can apply every day. Let's begin with fasting. At first glance, it might seem unrelated to sexual energy, but it's not. Hunger and desire come from the same primal regions of the brain. When you learn to control appetite for food, you naturally strengthen your ability to control other cravings, including lust. Fasting doesn't only mean going without food for days. You can start small, skip breakfast once in a while, give your body a window to rest, or practice intermittent fasting where you eat only within a certain time frame. When you fast, your mind becomes sharper, your body begins to conserve energy, and your awareness heightens. This heightened awareness makes it easier to observe urges without being consumed by them. Think of fasting as training your inner muscle of restraint. If you can sit with hunger and not panic, you can sit with sexual energy and not act out of compulsion. Now let's talk about meditation. This is the cornerstone practice. If semen retention is the external discipline, meditation is the internal training ground. Meditation teaches you to watch thoughts without reacting. When a sexual image pops into your head, you don't have to fight it. Fighting thoughts often strengthens them. Instead, you observe, you breathe, you let it pass. Over time, your brain rewires and your cravings lose power over you. There are different forms of meditation. Mindfulness, where you simply notice sensations and thoughts. Mantra meditation, where you repeat a sacred word to anchor your mind. Visualization, where you direct energy to your goals or imagine light rising up your spine. Whichever style you choose, meditation creates space. Space between you and your impulses, space between urge and action. That space is where freedom lives. Next is a practice many people underestimate: cold showers. They sound simple, almost silly, but they are incredibly powerful. When you step into cold water, your whole nervous system gets shocked. Your breathing becomes intense. Your body wants to escape. Yet when you remain calm in that storm, you train your nervous system to stay composed under stress. Why is this important for semen retention? Because sexual urges are also stress on the nervous system. They push you. They make you restless. But if you can stand calmly under freezing water, you can stand calmly in the presence of an urge. Cold showers also improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and give you a surge of natural dopamine, the same neurotransmitter often hijacked by pornography and overstimulation. Instead of getting cheap dopamine, you train your brain to produce it through discipline. 4. Physical training, converting energy into strength. Another key tool is exercise. When you retain semen, you are storing massive amounts of energy. If you don't channel it, it stagnates and can become overwhelming. Training your body is one of the best outlets. Weightlifting, calisthenics, running. Martial arts choose a form that challenges you and pushes your limits. Exercise releases endorphins, strengthens confidence, and transforms restless energy into resilience. You'll notice that after a hard workout, urges lose intensity. You'll feel calmer, clearer, more grounded. Beyond the physical, exercise is symbolic. Every time you push through fatigue, you remind yourself that you're capable of more than comfort. That lesson applies everywhere in life work, study, relationships, and personal growth. Now let's dive into breath work. Sexual energy moves with breath. When you feel aroused, your breathing changes. That means you can also reverse the process, control breath to control energy. One simple practice is deep belly breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your stomach rise. Hold for a moment, then exhale smoothly through your mouth. This calms your nervous system and steadies your mind. Another technique is kapalabhati, or breath of fire, where you take short, forceful exhalations. This builds inner heat, burns excess restlessness, and recharges focus. Then there's microcosmic orbit breathing, drawn from Taoist traditions. You imagine energy moving up your spine with each inhale and down the front of your body with each exhale. This circulates sexual energy throughout your system rather than letting it sit heavy in your lower body. Breath is the bridge between body and mind. Learn to master it, and you master much more than lust. You master your entire state of being. One of the most overlooked but essential practices is creativity. Retention is not about suppression, it's about transmutation, transforming sexual energy into higher expression. Channel that energy into art, writing, music, business, invention, problem solving, anything that requires passion and focus. History is full of great minds who redirected desire into creativity. Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, and countless monks, sages, and visionaries tapped into this force. When you create, you're not just distracting yourself, you're transforming. You're proving to your subconscious that energy can flow upward into hands, voice, mind, and heart. Let's not forget service. Retention can sometimes feel self-focused. My energy, my discipline, my growth. But when you direct that strength toward helping others, your journey deepens. Volunteer, mentor, contribute to your community. When you serve, your attention shifts from cravings to contribution. Instead of thinking, how do I satisfy myself? You ask, how can I uplift others? That shift dissolves selfish urges and replaces them with fulfillment. Service creates meaning, and meaning is stronger than lust. All these practices require one underlying principle: discipline. Without consistency, they remain random experiments. Discipline means structuring your life so that temptation finds little room to grow. Set a daily routine. Wake up at the same time. Plan your meals. Dedicate specific hours for study, work, exercise, meditation. Keep your environment clean: your room, your desk, your phone. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about freedom. The more structure you have, the less space there is for chaos and compulsive behavior. Finally, let's talk about focus. Retention gives you energy, but where is it going? If you don't give it direction, it will leak into fantasies and distractions. You must set goals, clear, measurable, inspiring goals. Maybe it's building a business, mastering a skill, finishing a degree, writing a book, or transforming your body. Focus means pointing energy at something bigger than pleasure. When your vision excites you more than short-term indulgence, temptation loses its grip. So let's bring it all together. Semen retention is not just about abstinence, it's about transformation. You're not simply avoiding weakness, you're cultivating strength. Through fasting, you sharpen restraint. Through meditation, you calm the mind. Through cold showers, you fortify your nervous system. Through exercise, you channel raw power into strength. Through breathwork, you circulate energy. Through creativity, you transmute desire into expression. Through service, you rise beyond selfishness. Through discipline, you build order. And through focus, you direct everything toward a meaningful goal. This is not theory, it is practice. It is a study, an experiment you conduct with your own body and mind. Every day you commit, you collect data. You notice how urges shift, how energy grows, how confidence expands, and gradually you become unrecognizable compared to who you were before. So if you're serious about semen retention, don't just sit and resist. Build a system of practices that empower you. Treat this journey like a laboratory where you are both the scientist and the subject. Test fasting. Explore meditation. Challenge yourself with cold water. Train your body. Guide your breath. Create. Serve. Discipline yourself. And above all, focus your energy on what matters most. That is how you not only control urges, but transform them into greatness. Thank you for listening. And if you found value in this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe